everybody, for joining us this afternoon on NEA Report. I'm Stan Morris reporting, and it's a very special live broadcast because we're going to be showing you the very first look that has been made available to the public of the content, the video that was taken at the Gladiolus apartments during the incident that took place there on December 11th. We're talking about a graphic video as it's going to unfold here over the next 17 to 20 minutes as we will be watching it first live together, and then after our live stream concludes, I'm going to be taking the video and uploading it to neareport.com without my commentary and voice and such, so you can watch the raw video by itself. I just have to stress, this is a graphic video, so if you're tuning in and you don't, or you're unable to deal with seeing or hearing a dog being shot, a woman being shot, and a lot of graphic language, please tune out now. This is not for you. We're going to be analyzing this as we go through it. There's no audio behind the video at the first few moments, which is what we're watching right now. The audio will begin here in a few minutes, and you'll be able to hear that. I'm going to be quiet as the audio plays, especially during important times, and I'm also going to narrate and explain some stuff as it's happening too. So what we're watching right now and we're hearing is actually the beginning of the audio. You're going to be able to hear officers yelling out commands to the woman. This is, of course, back on December 11th. And I'm going to take the bottom graphic down to make it a little easier to see. But at this point in the video, police have not made entry. This is going to be about 10 minutes from now, as far as the video goes, when they do make entry. And I'm going to tell you one more time, it's a graphic video. For those of you who've never seen stuff like this, you may not want to watch it. It's not suitable for kids. You don't want kids watching this or listening. So the first thing you're going to hear is going to be in about 30 seconds from now. You're going to hear officers once again call out to the suspect, Brenda, and ask her to come out with her hands up. This is in the tail end moments of the standoff that's taken place. They've already tried to negotiate. They've already tried other efforts. And for 4 hours, nothing. So that's where we're at this point in the video. Please remember that. You're also going to hear officers preparing for what's going on. So that's the first of the officers yelling out, trying to get her to come out of the apartment to put her gun down too. It was around 3 o'clock that afternoon that the maintenance person drilled her lock. He thought he was going in to find a dead body. That's what Scott Ellington, the prosecutor who just yesterday made the decision to recommend no charges, that the police shooting was totally justified, he said. What happened was he drilled the lock at about 3 o'clock, thinking there was going to be a dead body inside. No answer, no response. It took him 30 minutes or more to drill the lock.
Go out of the apartment with your hands in the air!
And when he got in, gunfire erupted, including a bullet that hit him in the jaw. So police responded, and for the next 4 hours, you're looking at the tail end of that 4-hour period, they worked to get her out. No response ever. She never said a word to them. But here's new information I just received today, a few moments ago. Police actually thought that this woman, they thought she may have had some kind of military training because she tactically set up a defensive position in her house, right? This was something that she almost seemed to have some type of preparedness or knowledge for. And by the way, for those watching, joining, it's a woman that got shot in the Gladiolus incidents, yes, to answer the question in the chat. Police even managed to get a relative of hers on the phone. She never responded. It was a close relative, too. Police threw a phone in to try to get her to speak. She never answered. You can hear another shout from the officers there who have yet to make entry into the property at this point in the video. They've been trying to get her to come out. They've sent in a robot. They've thrown flashbangs. According to Ellington, the flashbang had no effect on the woman. The gas that they threw in, that they sent in tear gas, she took a washcloth, dipped it in water, and masked her face with it. She had duct tape around the windows, blankets taped over the windows. A stunning amount of preparedness for somebody that is reported to have displayed such a bizarre series of behaviors. But I've not even told you the strangest thing yet. The strangest thing is, Ellington said she was recovered, and you're going to see her being pulled out of the apartment by the end of this video. So for those of you who are disturbed by graphic content, please tune out now. She had, with 12 or more safety pins, a bag full of cash pinned, I should say, inside of her underwear, inside of her panties. She had enough cash to pay her rent inside of her underwear. And she didn't. Why?
Hey, Chester. Yeah. Don't forget to wait on the bank. Yeah, I know.
Police believe the woman may have had military training. They only found that she had been a nurse. There's no evidence that she had military training, but they're still looking for answers or reasons why this may have taken place. Unfortunately, she never answered anybody for the entire time she was there, putting the officers in a difficult position. Here in a moment, you're going to hear them begin to discuss to use the canine. They're discussing now entry into the property, knowing that they're going to have to do something. And there's no simple rule book or instruction guide on the perfect way to proceed. Each situation's unique. So the officers are, at this point, discussing what to do, and they mention and they bring up the canine. And you can even hear an officer in a moment mention that it's up to the canine handler if they're going to send in the canine. Now, let's check the time code on there for a second, because at 9 minutes, there's going to be a discussion about what happens if she shoots the dog.
No bang.
That was the officer saying no bang, as in no flashbang. They don't want to use a flashbang that might harm themselves as they're about to go in, especially since they don't seem to be working on the suspect.
Yeah. Here you go. Him dog. That's going to be Eric's call. I think.
You hear the officer there saying that's going to be Eric's call. Eric is the officer in charge of the canine officer. He's Gabbo's handler.
Hey, son, go.
Police have yet to make entry at this point in the video. We still have about 2 minutes or so before that happens. So I want to give everybody one more graphic content warning. Don't let kids watch this part. This is back from December 11th. When everything begins to happen, I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to watch everything together.
Brandon, come out with your hands in the air. You guys come up and make an announcement. Yeah.
The re-announcements to her right now. If she doesn't come out, we'll send the dog. After the third, Eric's coming out.
Brandon, come out now with your hands in the air, or we're going to send the dog in.
The officer just told her to make 3 loud commands.
Come out. We are about to send the dog in to get you.
That's what he's doing now.
If you do not come out now with your hands in the air, we are sending
No reaction.
What?
Still in the bathroom, standing up. Guns pointed towards the door.
Brenda, put the gun down and come out! Brenda, put the gun down and come out now! Is he moving?
She's standing up.
Brenda, put the gun down and come out now!
I'm gonna drop mine.
Huh? Yes. Brenda, put your gun down and come out!
It's your last chance. Come out now.
The dog's coming in!
They're coming to us. Dog's coming to us. Dog's coming to us.
Everybody get ready to let this motherfucker up. Brenda! Brenda, put the gun down and come out! About to send a canine in! Come here. Multiple announcements.
Hey, fella. There you go, fella.
At this point, officers are preparing to send in the K9. It's going to be quiet. Let you figure it out.
Damn it!
Go!
Go, George! Get him out, Eric! Get him out!
Get him out of there!
Get him out! Get him!
Hands up!
Hands up now! Shots fired! She's down! She's down! She's down! Don't you move! Hands up! Hands up!
Hands! Hands!
Get through your hands! I got the gun!
Get the gun!
God damn it!
Shit!
Okay, so a lot of stuff just happened, and I'm going to play that back again so that you guys can see the most intense part of that once again, because I accidentally talked over it. All right, you can see they're sending in the K9 unit, and when they do that, it's at the point that they say to the officer, they say, Eric, pull him out, that the SWAT team prepares to move in. Let's watch.
Get him out of there! Get him out! Get him! Shots fired! She's down! She's down! She's down! Don't you move! Hands up! Hands up!
Hands! Hands!
Hands! Get through your hands! I got the gun!
Get the gun!
God damn it!
Shit! Move!
Shots
Move!
fired!
Get her out!
Hey, somebody tell her we're secured!
We're securing right now. What's up now? Copy, send in medical.
Medic up!
Medic up!
So at this point in the video, officers are sending in medics to come in and try to save the woman's life, who just tried to end theirs.
Hey, you good?
Police are also checking themselves for wounds. At the same time, they're coming down off of an incredible adrenaline rush. They just had a K9 officer shot. They had to probably kill a woman in their mind. It's an impossible situation for police. It's tough for them to deal with.
Coming out! Coming out!
Just a reminder to everybody, we're going to be uploading the full video to neareport.com in just a few moments.
Everybody go! Check yourself, check your body! Are you good? I'm good. What are you doing? I'm good. Are you good? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Hey. I'm good. Okay, I shot. Alright, hold on. Good? Yeah, I'm good.
Anybody got some scissors right there on the couch?
Hey, I got some here. Scissors.
You're buckled in, Brian.
Oh.
They're downstairs. They're coming in.
Hey, you good? Come on, come with me.
Yeah, no.
Did you shoot?
Yeah.
Okay, well, come with me. No, you're fine.
Hey.
Did you shoot? No, I wasn't even here. Hang on, buddy. Who else shot? Okay. Take your mask.
The moments you're watching now, you don't often see. These are the moments after a police shooting where the officer has to come down from what is a terrifying experience.
I don't know.
Hey, he's fine, Cal.
What, shoot rifle? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Still good.
Shot. Seen them fire.
Still good. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to talk about it. Hang on just a minute. Let me get some clarification on that. You got your dip? Yeah. Why don't you get a dip?
Just advised him to get a dip. Again, a very tough situation for the officers, and we often report on this stuff, and we hear about it, and we hear about the victim's side, and we hear about the witnesses, but sometimes officers hide how tough it is for them, too. But don't forget, it really is a human being behind every aspect in this. So that's the video, and that's going to conclude our live broadcast here. We're going to upload this on neareport.com, the full video, for those of you who would like to check it out and watch it. Again, appreciate everybody who has supported our page and also helped us out, as along with the advertisers that we have too. Our breaking news advertiser is New Wave Wireless, home of the $49 iPhone screen repair. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, for liking and supporting NEA Report. Please consider becoming a supporter for 99 cents a month. It gives you exclusive content, and we actually gave everybody a heads up that this video was coming, so our supporters knew long before anybody else. I'm Stan Morris reporting, and now you're up to date on NEA Report.